Good morning, everybody. I literally was starting my day and I did not realize that I was supposed to be vlogging today. So first, let's start this vlog by giving me a round of applause for not starting it looking like a crackhead. Like I normally had to go run up and get my tripod because I could not try to make my breakfast and hold the camera. Today is a super exciting day, I'm not gonna lie. So today's Monday, it's 9:12 in the morning. And we have a few errands to run, but the first one is probably the most interesting and fun that I want to talk to you guys about before we even get there. I have this one tattoo on my right butt cheek. I don't know if YouTube's gonna let me show it or what. So I'm following her, and I remember her and the gang were talking, and she had uploaded this picture of like her butt. I'm gonna put it on the screen just so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So she puts up this picture of her butt, and I'm like, oh my god, her fucking tattoos are killer. Like I just love her tattoo placements, and her butt tattoo was just like, I was like, oh my god, I want something like this. So I thought about it for like 6 months, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm still thinking about this tattoo, so obviously like I love it, like I want to get it. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay. So I talked to the guy that's been doing my tattoos or whatever. So I tell him what I want. I'm like, okay, well, I want a skull. Like I want something to find a picture of the tattoo that he did. I'm gonna put it on the screen. So I get the tattoo, and like it's really, really painful. I think it was like one of the most painful tattoos that I got, but it was the prettiest. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I knew that I think I wanted this tattoo the most out of all of them. And I'm gonna make myself an iced coffee. I'm not about to brew coffee, even though it's cold outside. A little scribbled, it kind of looks like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. But it was finally done. It was like, he used like the smallest needles on me. So I was like, okay, well, I really love that, but I feel like it's just not popping enough. And I feel like every time when someone sees it, they're like, oh, what is that? I feel like I want people to know like what it is and stuff like that. But these are just minor things. And I wish, y'all, I could probably start crying right now, but I'm not. Like, I feel like we're not there yet. If I can go back, I would just shut my fucking mouth and just go back to the tattoo guy and tell him like, hey, I'm not really feeling it. Can, you know, we redo these parts or whatever? So I moved to New Orleans, and I'm looking at tattoo artists, and I find this guy, and he does this tattoo. So I get this tattoo done, and honestly, he was like the first guy, tattoo artist that I've taught, like, you know, that I've been to. And he wasn't trying to talk to me. Like he was just like really cool, and like I was like, okay, like I don't know, I was just like, okay, he's cool. Cause like any other time, like the guy that has been doing my other tattoos, like I just put my headphones and I never really talked to him, but this time like I was getting something small, so I felt like, oh, and I'm just frothing the creamer and the milk together. And so I'm just talking to this guy, and I feel like he's like just really cool, and like we're just vibing or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, we're just talking about tattoos. So he's like, oh my god, I would never think that you have like all these tattoos or whatever. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, I really like, I would be tatted up if I, you know, could or whatever. He was like, who does your tattoos? And I was like, oh, this, you know, guy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, well, if you ever want to work on like a bigger piece, just let me know, blah, blah, or whatever. And this guy does paintings or whatever. And guys, I am not talking crap about anybody. Like this is not what this part is about. While we were talking, I was just telling him like, you know, like about my other tattoo or whatever. And he was like, oh my god, he was like, I can definitely fix that. Like that's not a problem. Like that's an easy fix. And I'm like, okay. So he was like making me really comfortable that he could fix this tattoo or whatever. He was like, I would just add a little bit of here and there, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, like, you know, no problem. So biggest mistake of my mother freaking go, and I get, you know, I start my sessions with him because he was like, well, it's gonna be a few sessions, so, you know, just FYI. And I'm like, okay, cool, like I can do that. I think I did like maybe 5 or 6 sessions with this guy, and the tattoo still wasn't finished. And you know, I started noticing that the tattoo is freaking hideous. He started just standing me up, like it just became like a lot of lack of communication. Like I just gave up on it, and I was just stuck with this hideous ass, ugly ass tattoo. Like, it was so thick around the edges, it's black, it's just like, you don't know what the hell is going on because it is so black. But it was like, I went on my Instagram story and I was like, y'all, who is the best tattoo artist in the city? Send them now or whatever. And so they send me like this guy. A lot of people send me this guy, and so I booked an appointment with him. He's really sweet, nice, whatever. So I booked an appointment with him. This guy did was actually good. Like, it was more on the thinner side, and it was great. It was pretty, but once it healed, it was still kind of like all go into each other, and it still looked pretty black. So, but the same thing happened with him, with the other tattoo, like the same thing that happened with him, happened with the other tattoo artist, like just a lack of communication. I would be begging to try to schedule an appointment to come in, like just lack of communication, whatever, you know, and I get it, like my tattoo looks like shit, so I guess that's why people are like ducking me. So it just got to the point where I just thought about it for like, since then, I think it's been like 6 months I've been thinking about this, and I'm just like, you know what, it's just causing me so much, like, I guess insecurity. Like, I just feel very like insecure. Like, I wanted a badass tattoo, and I still want a tattoo there, but I just want it to be gone at this. So what I'm doing today is, you guessed it, laser tattoo removal. Well, today is gonna be my consult. I'm gonna vlog the entire experience, but I want to tell you guys kind of like the backstory in this vlog, why I'm getting it and stuff like that. But it's just really making me insecure at this point, honestly, and I just feel like something needs to be done, and it needs to just go. Like, and it doesn't mean like I'll never get like another tattoo or anything, but I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just really not, I'm over it. So I'm going to make some eggs, some, what is it? Some little pork sausages, and some avocado chips. Let's start our day. I just want to tell you guys that before I start ripping and running. I've been listening to the Crime Junkie podcast because it's Monday. I dedicate my Mondays to this. Okay, so I just made it to the laser tattoo removal place, the dermatology office, or whatever you want to call this place. I'm gonna ask if I can film in there. Hopefully they're not rude about it or whatever. So they didn't let me film, but I'm super excited. They seem like really confident in getting this tattoo taken off. Now we're gonna go ahead to the shoe doctor. I ruined a few of my favorite shoes, so I'm gonna see if I can get them fixed. Went to Beverly Hills and I ruined these shoes, my beautiful Christian Dior's. And then I also have my Louboutins that I need to get fixed. These aren't really bad. I just need to get the reds repainted. And another shoe that looks terrible is my Valentinos. I don't know how this happened. I think I packed it wrong one time on a trip, and they threw my luggage around, so that's kind of like how this happened. So I'm gonna bring it to the shoe doctor. Hopefully they can get fixed. But yeah. Cracking up when this man saw my freaking Valentinos. He was like, I don't know what I could do with this, but I'll do my best. I mean, I can make it look better, but I don't know. Sucks how the changing rooms are closed because I feel like I'm gonna get the wrong size again, but I don't know, we'll see. Kohl's Foot Locker to see what they have. The thing about Lakeside Mall, they're gonna let you down every time. That's exactly why I do not waste my time going into this ratchet ass, stupid ass mall that never has shit. I guess we're just gonna be hanging out. They have this restaurant that I've never been to. It's called the Boulevard. It's in Metairie, which is where I'm at. So I think I'm gonna go swing over there and get me some lunch. We can book our flights this evening, and then I was gonna put my credit. I just finished lunch, and girl, you always want to talk over me. Okay, I know where I'm going. But anyways, so I just finished lunch. My friend's appointment didn't come, so I'm gonna go to my nail appointment a little earlier. It's 2:20. My appointment was for 4, but her client didn't come, and I already know the struggle. Like, I hate big gaps in the middle of my day when clients do no call, no show. That shit really gets on my nerves. But today I'm super excited about my nails because one of my good friends, one of my best friends actually, she's doing my nails today. She used to always do my nails, but I took a break from acrylics. But it's always a treat when I get my nails done by her because, not saying this because I'm biased or she's my friend, but literally because she's a perfectionist. It's like no nail, no nothing is out of place at all.
Okay, let me know. Shorter?
A little bit shorter.
Okay.
Because you have to file it, right?
Mm-hmm. Shorter?
Oh, no, that's too humble. Yeah, this is good. I think that's good.
Did you say this is too humble?
Process. Ooh, these are so cute. Looks so good. It's time, you guessed it, going to the grocery. So I got everything to make smothered chicken and carrots. Let me flip this over. But yeah, so I'm about to prepare dinner for this evening. So, like I said, I'm smothering chicken. It looks very soupy, but it's gonna thicken up and the chicken is gonna get nice and just fall off the bone. It's been about 45 minutes. The chicken is done cooking. I'm just about to turn the heat off and just let it cool off and thicken up.
Thank you.
Loud and clear, say it loud for the people. He appreciates his wife. It bothered me about this damn food.